Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Steffi. This is Elva Shack Star, and I'm here to do a weekend energy check-in. So I have our heart chakra resonance music at 432 hertz. It's the most balanced frequency that you can listen to and to vibe with. So let's get started. I'm going to take a drink. I'm drinking, it's called a dirty chai. It's masala chai with a shot of espresso. I need an extra kick today. Okay, let's do our energy check-in. So, the crystals that I have here with us today, of course, I have my selenite to remove any negative energies in this space. They are not welcome here right now while we do our wonderful energy reading. And I have my rose quartz. I felt the vibe with the rose quartz today. That's why we have a lovely pink here. And then this is citrine. And this is really good for connecting to really good energy. It's also great for protection. You can get bracelets that are made out of citrine. It's a really great supportive energy. Our next one, this is one of my favorites. This is the desert rose quartz. It looks a little different than the usual ones. This is a rough cut, so it has not been polished. So it kind of leaves a white film a little bit too, but I love this. This is for our heart chakra. It has a very strong vibration to it. And then last but not least, we have, this is Aqua Aura. And I use this a lot to connect with my angel guides. If you've watched my videos, I work with my angel guides a lot. I just looked, I've got dirt under my fingernails. I was working in the garden earlier today, just for those of you who noticed that. So let's get to our cards. The first deck I'm going to use is, of course, one of my favorites. It is When My Soul Whispered. And again, it's by Melissa Salvaggio. I think that's right. But this is the deck. This was given to me from a very special friend of mine. She too is a medium. She's an energy reader. She's one of my soul sisters. And this was one of the couple of the first decks that I started working with. And we have our little bumblebee, our little female worker there. So let's get started. Let me grab my glasses, of course. 1 second. Okay, I got my glasses. So, first, actually, I think I got my lighter here somewhere. Let me grab my lighter. Boy, I'm all discombobulated this morning, or this afternoon, whatever time it is. I haven't even looked at the time. Okay, I think it's noon, afternoon, something like that. Doesn't matter. This is Palo Santo. This is a sacred bark. It grows in South America. And I like to use it indoors because it's not as pungent as white sage. I use white sage more for outside to do smudging and to cleanse the energy. Palo Santo has a really great smell to it, and there's less smoke, so you're not smoking yourself out when you're purifying a room. But I love to use Palo Santo. It's great for clearing any negative energy, bringing balance, and especially grounding yourself. So if you've, been in a room or a room in your house, say you had a party, had a friend over, an unexpected guest that was not invited, usually after they leave, I'll burn some Palo Santo and I'll cleanse and purify the area. So I have a clean slate, some pure energy that I can work with. And it doesn't come in and interfere with my own good mojo I got going on for myself. So, okay. Let's start with the cards. And you're welcome to take 3 deep breaths again. I just really like doing that. It brings grounding. It kind of brings me into my space. It brings balance. I can center myself. So you're welcome to join me. First deep breath. Breathe in from your root chakra, rising up through all of your chakras, your base chakra, to your sacral chakra, to your solar plexus, and then to your heart, and up to your neck, your throat chakra, and then exhale. And again, second deep breath. Breathe in. Rising up, all the way up through your heart to your throat chakra, and exhale. Wow, that's nice. And last breath. Nice big deep breath. Breathe in, all the way up to your throat chakra, and exhale. Very nice. Okay, so I am not sure what direction we are going to move in today. I'm just kind of feeling it. It feels kind of loosey-goosey today for this weekend. I hope you all are having a great weekend and that you're kind of taking a break with all the work that you've done, taking time for yourself, focusing on your energy, your emotions, sensations inside your physical body. Let's kind of tune into that a little bit. If there's any areas where you're feeling any kind of just uncomfortable feeling, you can breathe into that area and bring some positive energy. Maybe draw the music, this frequency. Let me turn it up a little bit. Just draw this vibration into that area and really feel it. Feel the emotions that are in that area, any triggers. If there's any just uncomfortable energy. And it could be mostly from someone who's triggered you, or throughout the week, all the different energies of different people that we come in contact with. Sometimes it has a tendency to get stuck in our bodies in different places, different chakras, vibration, bam. We're on the right track. So just listen to the music, breathe into that area, and release. Very nice. Okay, last shuffle here. I'm getting an energy. Let's see. I'm feeling this energy of after going through the week, doing our work, and then usually on the weekends, I take time, one more shuffle. I take time to healing. I take time to heal myself, and Rose for rose quartz, woohoo, and our beautiful desert rose crystal. What I do is on the weekends, I try to take some time out for myself and just sit in a quiet place, of course, always nature, but I just reflect on my week. And I'm going to turn this down a little bit, but I reflect on my week. I reflect on the people that I've kind of being exposed to their energy, words that were expressed, positive or negative. This week for me, I've had a lot of positive feedback from friends and family. They've been so supportive. It's been such a great week for me. I hope you too have had a bit of that this last week also. But I really like to reflect on everything that's taken place, the energies that I've been surrounded around. And then I just take the time to release any of those energies that just aren't in sync with where I choose to be at this time. And I know I'm shuffling the cards, but okay, last one. So here we go. Let's see what we got for this weekend. Okay. Okay, spirit guides, we call upon you to bring us clear signs, some information that can help us further us on this new cycle and on this journey that we find ourselves at this time, to fill us with beautiful energy, fill our hearts with love, compassion, kindness, and empathy, and integrity. Okay, here we go. What do we got? Oh, yeah. God, I love it when the cards do this. As I said, my goal is to cut back a little bit on my timing on my readings. We're going to do one more here. We have one more, spirit guides. One more. Let's see here. Oh, and there we go. And what's on the bottom? Oh, yeah. How beautiful. We've got the unicorn, because we are limitless spirits. How beautiful. Okay, I'm going to, of course, put that right up here. So let's see what we've got. Oh, awesome. You guys are just, you're really doing the work. And I know I repeat that a lot, but I just give yourselves a pat on the back. And we have the owl spirit with us on the evening energy check-in. So guess what? Guess who's here? Our owl spirit animal guide is here with us again, and it's for wisdom. So just, you guys are really doing the work. Through our experiences, our lessons that we've learned in this last week, we've gained the wisdom that we need to move forward into this next coming week. And I think reflection, after the busy week and all that, I think it really helps us to balance ourselves, to see our self-worth, that we're not going to waste our energy on anything that's not going to, I don't really like to use the word serve us, because I think service has a lot of meanings to it. For me, I just look at it as those people that, when I reflect, as I go through the people and the energies that I've come across for the week, I reflect on not just the negative energy people, but the positive energy people, even strangers that paid me a compliment, or that my energy was feeling a little low, or I got distracted with something, and they just give me a smile, the sweetest smile in passing, and it really stays with me. And just those people through the week who understand and were kind to me, and just maybe even just said one word that gave me that support, that extra gumption to keep going and moving forward, and to give gratitude to those people and their kind words. So our next one is motivate. Here, let me show you. It's a star. Our spirit guides are here with us. So motivation, keep going, keep trying and moving forward no matter the difficulties, knowing your self-worth, the work that you've put into yourself, without any negative words or anything from energies who just have not become aware of themselves. Sometimes without them knowing, they can say words that just kind of get a dig in there, where it's just the worst timing for them to come in and just say even just one negative word. Like, oh, I don't like that lipstick you're wearing. It doesn't look very good on you. Or something, just a small snide remark. I think our spirit guides are saying just stay motivated, stand in your self-worth, and, remember your compass, and not to let any of those little digs come into your energy field. It's like, hey, that's that person's opinion. They have the right to voice their opinion, but I have the right to respect myself, and I have the right to not let it come into my energy and affect my day, being centered, being balanced, my glow that I'm giving off. They're not going to deter me from that work that I've put into myself. I know my self-worth. I know me better than anybody else does. I respect myself. I love myself. Again, I'm my best friend. And those people just, they're not welcome into my energy field. And the sad part is that the energy that they choose to be in, they're missing out on good qualities that we all have, that we would be more than willing to share with them. But with a snide comment or remark, they're going to get silence. They're not going to get a reaction, because silence is so powerful. When we choose not to react to negative energy and we just stay silent, it has such a huge impact on that person without them even knowing. They may go home and they remember that one person that didn't come back with a snide remark or come back with negative energy to match theirs. And maybe in some way it'll inspire them to look at themselves. It leaves them in their own energy, and it reverberates what they said to you, and maybe reflecting on themselves of why did I say that to that person? Was it because of my own insecurity? And sometimes it'll pique their interest and they may come around again and their energy may be completely different. So you own that truth. And a lot of times I've learned when I own my own truth and I move through my life with integrity and my self-worth that I've worked very hard for, that I have earned, and especially by not coming back with a remark in a negative way, I've learned that that energy, if I make that snide remark, that I'm welcoming that energy into my field. So if I choose to just stay silent and not engage with that person, sometimes if they sit at a quiet moment with themselves, they will maybe earn a little bit more respect just through that silence of you not even giving them a reaction. It may pique their curiosity about you and be like, this person's different. They didn't come back like other people have. Why are they different? And you may earn a little bit more respect. And then in timing, if you come across that person again, they may react differently to you. So it's all timing. Just because a person is negative at one time in an environment that you're in, the next time you come across them and you're in the same environment, their energy may be different at that time. So I always kind of leave the door open to where I don't bring with me the next time I see that person. If they made a snide remark to me the time before I had seen them, that was a different timeline. That was a different time and space. They may be in a completely different energy. They could have gone through some hard times, and it may have softened their edges a little bit. Maybe a little bit of reflection on themselves. And maybe you piqued their interest, like, wow, they didn't come back to me in a negative way. Why? What are they doing different? What are they about? And it really piques their interest. So try not to attach yourself to those snide remarks, those little digs that they get in from their own insecurities about themselves. Not to let that, don't pull that along with you and attach that to an emotion and drag that along. So the next time you see that person, you'll be like, oh, I don't like that person because they did and said this. Let that go. Release that energy. So then the next time you see them, it's a clean slate. If they decide to do another dig, hey, do the silence. Be silent again. But it's leaving that door open for if they choose to change their mind and be a little more respectful in that new timeline, in that environment, then allow them some encouragement. Or if they're respectful, continue to carry on the conversation until they choose not to be, and then bring in that silence again. Our next one is desire, which is the moth. I love that. Desire, we had that in my last reading that I did, which was the evening check-in. So we've still got our desire. And then we also, what I was just talking about is understanding. And again, it's got blue in it and green. So blue for our throat chakra, green for our heart chakra, for a little compassion and empathy to those who just don't understand their energy. They just haven't maybe had enough experiences yet, or they're still choosing fear and attaching themselves to their emotions and other people's reactions to them. They're holding on to that and can be very vengeful. It's a really negative energy, and maybe they just haven't learned to let go of that yet. And maybe you can be an inspiration to them to maybe start asking questions, or to inspire them to watch a motivational video on YouTube, or start to be open to doing work on themselves or questioning about themselves. Who am I? How do I find this feeling of happiness, of being comfortable in my own skin? So understanding. And let's see, I want to do motivate. So I'm going to put that in the middle. I'd like to look that up in the book. So motivate. Again, this book, most books in the front, they'll have the pages with each card, so it's way easier to look up. This one, not so much. So please bear with me here. I think it's alphabetical, so we might get lucky. Oh, wow. Bam. Check that out. I went right to it. Sweet. Thank you, guides. Okay. The quote for motivate, it always starts with a quote. The quote is, "Never give up on a dream just because of the time it will take to accomplish it. The time will pass anyway." That's by Earl Nightingale. How beautiful. I really like that. So this card's energy is, motivation is often enough to keep the initial spark of an idea burning brightly. Over time, it is common for the flame to become a little dimmer as it is replaced with the reality of difficult challenge. Suddenly, the idea that you were so keen on becomes too hard, and you find yourself making excuses. This reminds me of, I don't know if you've ever come across this book. I'm sure some of us have read it. Some of us may not have come across it yet. It's an amazing book. And it talks about the process between if you have a dream or a desire, a passion, and you start this creation process. This book is called The Artist's Way. I'm sorry, I do not remember the author. Those of you who have read the book, I'm sure you know the author. Maybe put the author in the comments below, help me out a little bit. But it's called The Artist's Way, and it's such a beautiful book, and it talks about the creation process. So for a desire or a passion or say a hobby that you've always wanted to do, maybe even since you were a child, and just all the distractions in life have prevented you from learning this new skill, talent, trade. In The Artist's Way, it explains this creation process, and it always cracks me up. I read this little quote one time that explained the process in a very shortened way, so I would like to use that to cut time here. But what it talks about is the stages that you go through in a creation process. So say you want to learn how to work with clay. You've never worked with clay before. It's great for the senses because it taps into your touch, your smell, your sight. And so let's say you start a class and you start the beginning process where you're excited, you feel good about yourself, and then you start getting into these classes and you start forming the clay, and it starts to become difficult where you have this figure or shape that you'd like it to be in. You have the picture in your head and you start trying to mold that, start to create that image that you hold. And as you go through this process, you start to work on this creation. It's not coming out at all like the vision that you had in your mind. And you start to become frustrated. And then you start doubting yourself and doubting your talent in this creative process. But what's amazing, if you stick through it and you keep going, you keep trying, and you move through this frustration and this doubt in yourself, and you just keep trying and molding and going and listening to your instructor, or if you just feel like doing it by yourself, alone in a room, in a studio that you may have, where it's just time with yourself to utilize this creative process, learning more about yourself, your emotions, because it does tap into your emotions, how you feel about yourself. And you continue through this process and you get into the middle of it where it's just a mess. You're questioning it. You want to stop. I fucking suck at this. Why did I even decide to do this? I can't do this. I'm not an artist. What was I thinking? But if you hang in there and you keep moving forward and just trust in yourself in the process, then you come to another level where things kind of start coming together. It's not such a mess. And your emotions start to shift and you're like, well, maybe I can do this. Let me give it another try. Even after the 10th, 12th, 15th time, if it takes you a week, a month, 6 months, a year, 5 years, try not to focus on the time, but just the process. And if you need to step away from it for a little while, just to kind of cool your jets a little bit, go do something else to shift your energy, and then come back to it. That's part of the creation process. You don't have to stay with it until you finish. You can always step away, get around some lighter energy, fill yourself up with that energy. It could be with friends laughing, a walk in nature, time with your pets, and then come back to it. And then the next stage is you start to feel more inspired. And it's like, I can do this. And things start coming into shape and coming into mold. It's those expectations that we put on ourselves that can create that frustration. So learning to let go of those expectations, maybe that image that you had that you wanted it to become, maybe it wants to become a different form, a different shape. And so you let go of those expectations and you just tune into that energy and then you just flow with it. And sometimes the end product is something totally different than what you started out that you thought you were going to create. And it's this beautiful process that you go through. And then once you come into it, things start coming together, things start to flow, new ideas start coming in, new energies come in that maybe you've never felt before. That is this new amazing energy that brings new emotions that you've never expressed or you've never actually felt or vibrated with before. And then the end product, if you let go of those expectations, becomes so beautiful because it's something you created with your own hands from your heart. And you went through the whole process from beginning to end. So let me finish this. So The Artist's Way. If you're into reading books or you're inspired to read a book, look up The Artist's Way. It's a beautiful book. The front cover is really beautiful too. So to continue on with the Motivate card, the key ingredient working hand in hand with motivation and consistency, it is common to get bursts of motivation, but they often give way to the monotony of the daily grind. Consistency helps you to build habits and enables you to push through periods where your motivation wanes. During the initial phase of excitement, be sure to develop habits that will assist in working toward your goal and help you to push through any slumps along the way, just like we were just talking about. Thank you, Spirit Guides, for that connection and that energy. All humans have motivations to achieve something. The differentiating factor between those who do and those who do not is the measure of consistent actions they have taken towards it. There we go. So again, it's that creative process that we go through. And I think when we allow ourselves that space and we go through the full stages, when we come out of that, I think we grow as a person and we get to know ourselves better as well. So, okay, that's that on these cards. I'm going to leave this limitless card here for us because we are all limitless in our own ways. The next deck that I'd like to use is, of course, the empowerment cards. Again, if you guys have watched my video, for those of you, this is the empowerment cards. It's got the moon, the crescent moon on top. These cards are very special to me. They were given to me from my therapist. Again, she is so amazing and has helped me grow so much, again, through the creation process. So let's do these cards. And I think it's so easy to get into our comfort zone with things that we're comfortable with, things that we know, that we've gained knowledge on. But I think also it's really healthy, very balancing and centering for us to try things outside of our comfort zone, to learn new things. Because I think in doing that, we find new levels in ourselves. And it can be very, very inspiring. And it brings that glow. It keeps that glow that we can hold on to energetically. And not only do we inspire ourselves, but we inspire others with that energy of creation that we carry with ourselves. So let's cut the cards. Okay, cards. What inspirational words do we have from our spirit guides? Oh, that's too many. I will take this one. And that one. Okay, what else do we got here? Okay, do we need one more? Yes. Bam. Okay. And let's see here. Oh, wow. Okay, we got an extra one here. Oh, yay! I love this card. Okay, let me set the cards out first. I get so excited. Okay, I just love energy reading. It's just so fulfilling. Okay, so our first card is, it's hard to read the, internal garden with our butterfly. And on one of my readings, I'm trying to remember which one, I think it was a morning check-in. I talked about, no, it wasn't morning check-in. It was, oh, shit. I can't remember what one I called it. But anyways, it was in one of the videos. Oh, it was in the videos where I had Sekhmet, the Egyptian pharaoh. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I'm sorry. It was a 3-part series because my computer kept glitching on me. So if you get the opportunity, there's 3 videos to it because the energy was so strong. But in that, I talked about our internal garden, and I talked about tuning into your physical body, feeling the emotions, where those sensations are, getting in there, and might find that there's a bunch of weeds in that area, and to pull those weeds out. That part of you needs tending to, pulling out those weeds so that it doesn't choke out these beautiful seeds that you've planted, that you've been watering and tending to, and the plants that are already established from the seeds that you had planted a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. And these plants are beautiful, they're healthy, they're established. So this is our internal garden. And it says, I take time to tend my internal garden. I spend intentional, sorry, it's hard for me to see, intentional time in meditation and self-care to cultivate my soul. Without myself, I grow the fruit, within myself, there we go, I grow the fruit I eat for sustenance. How beautiful is that? I love that. Okay, tool of habit. And we've got the anvil there. And it says, I will use the tool of habit to build my life, not tear it apart. Like hot metal, new beliefs and habits begin as malleable as liquid, but set as hard as iron. And again, in one of my other readings, I talked about, I believe it was the same 3-part videos. I talked about, it was with Sekhmet, who is this beautiful Egyptian pharaoh. Her sister was Isis. Sekhmet and Isis are here with us now. Obviously, I'm talking about them. But Sekhmet dives more into the shadows, into the areas that are uncomfortable, that we really don't like to peek into, and the darker parts of us, emotions and things that we've become attached to, that we've been holding in our physical body, and has effects on our spirit and our soul. And I talked about temperance and that melted lava and melted metal that can be so stiff and hard, and we melt it down and we can soften those edges, and building our foundation. Every day we are building our foundation through the words we speak, through our reaction to other people's opinions, to the energy that they try to send at us, like little daggers. Um, and I believe in moving through those darker sides, those darker shadows of ourselves, softens those edges. So let's move on to the next one. This is River Path. I love that. I love the split in the mountains. Okay, so it says, I am adaptable like a flowing river. There are 100 ways I can reach any goal, and I move smoothly around obstacles to find my path. My hope flows eternal like a river. How beautiful. And again, this reminds me of, the Zen saying of throwing a pebble, a stone into the water, and it creates those ripples, those vibrations that move out from us, out into our environment that we find ourselves in. And it can affect in a very positive way other people that are around us. So I really like that. Okay. Oh my God, I love this card. Okay. Boy, we're getting some good vibes on this reading. Universe of Abundance. Isn't that beautiful? It reminds me of Aquarius. She's pouring the water. So again, more water, which is emotions. And it says, I am connected to the unlimited goodness of the universe. Everything that is happening now is happening for my ultimate good. And I think remembering as we move throughout each day, holding that in our hearts, the part of everything that is happening now in this present moment is happening for my ultimate good. Even the struggles that we go through each day, there will be times where, we'll start to feel this feeling of doubt, where we start doubting ourselves. And for myself, through my experiences, now I've learned when that starts creeping in, the first thing that I do is stop where I'm at. If someone's talking to me, not to be disrespectful, but I allow them to keep talking. If they're just blabbing away that doesn't have any impact, or they're speaking their truth from their heart, they're just blabbing along. I just kind of let them keep talking, but I tune into myself. I tune into my physical body, and I tap into that, what's the vibration? What is the energy that's around me right now? What is surrounding me? Do I want to let that energy in? Is it for my better good? Or is it something that I need to release in that moment? And is that person not being authentic? Are they being phony? Do I want to continue at this time to surround myself with this person's energy? And maybe in that moment, it's time to let them go. It's time to walk away. I think the universe at that time, when we find ourselves in that environment with those kinds of people that don't speak the truth from their heart, in connection to you, I think it's okay to make that decision. Okay, I'm done with this conversation because this energy is not the energy that I choose to vibe with at this time. And then again, it's like maybe interrupting that person and say, hey, you know what? I got somewhere I gotta be. I got something else that I really need to do right now. I'll catch you at another time. Enjoy your day. I'll see you later. So the next card that we have is Elixir of Healing. Boy, we are on a healing vibe today. There we go. I love that. It's like a message in the bottle from the universe. And see the stars. Our spirit guides are here. Our ancestors, our animal spirit guides, our passed on loved ones, our ascended masters. They're all here with us. This is awesome. Okay, it says, It also kind of reminds me of like a genie in the bottle. I see the little smoke coming out of the bottle. It reminds me of the universe as a genie, and we get 3 wishes, and making those wishes and sending it out to the universe, our desires, our passion. So, this is what the card says: I am healing to every being I encounter. I offer my unique gift. Others need my medicine, but I must first offer this gift to myself. That's so important. I share my medicine with the world. We walk the healing path together. And for those who are open, that vibe in that same energy, those are the ones that I will share my medicine with. Okay, so that's those. Oops, our next cards. Again, I'd like to tune into our angel guides. I just love spending time with that angelic energy. It's just so healing. So, let me show it to you this time. I forgot last reading. This is called Angels of Atlantis. It's so hard to see. Let's see here. Angels of Atlantis. And it's by Stuart Pearce, Pearce. Stuart Pearce. And I may read from the book this time too. So let's shuffle these cards. What a healing energy. Wow, this is so incredible. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. It's so inspiring, and I learned so much about myself as well, because I can pick up and feel the energy from you guys when I do these readings, and it's just so inspiring. So thank you for being here and sending your amazing energy my way. And reciprocity, I send mine right back to you as well. Okay, here we go. Cut the cards. Okay, angel guides, send us clear messages and any last messages you wish to share with us. We would much appreciate it to send us off on our day. I'm going to take that one. One more card, please, angels. There we go. Thank you. Oh, how beautiful. We have Zafkiel, and it is surrender. So reminding ourselves to be open-hearted and just to surrender our spirits to the universe, and trusting in the universe and our guides that they will send us what we need to get through during each moment that we find ourselves in our environment. How beautiful. Okay, so we have Uriel's here. She's right in the middle. I love you, Uriel. Oh, and we have Gabriel. Yay! My brother. So we have Gabriel for balance. So I think he's saying congratulations and to keep doing the work on ourselves, that we are being centered and balanced at this time. Keep doing the work. And just taking time to enjoy the balance that we've brought ourselves into, to really resonate with it and fill our hearts with that joy, that happiness, that compassion, and kindness for ourselves. And of course, right in the smack in the middle, we got Uriel, my soul sister, my angelic sister, and it's for friendship. I think too, when we do our reflection time, like I said, I do mine more on the weekend after a busy week. Remembering those close friendships, those soul friendships that we have, and maybe sending those people or that one special person that just sent you a text for inspiration, giving you the strength to keep moving forward in a difficult time or through a difficult situation. I think our angel guides are asking us, through that reflection, maybe send that special person or the small number of special people, maybe send them a text of gratitude, letting them know how much you appreciate their friendship, maybe this weekend. Or also, maybe if you go to do some shopping therapy for yourself, or doing things in nature, going for a hike, maybe finding a rock, like a gratitude rock. Or if you're shopping, maybe share that time that you're spending with yourself and buy a gift for that special friend. So, okay. The next one, we have Jophiel, and it's liberation. And there we go. We've got the bald eagle. On one of my readings, the 3-part energy check-in videos that I did, so my angel guides are connecting with me right now, saying, keep going, Steffi, I went to this wildlife reserve, and I met a bald eagle, and he was so beautiful. I got up close with him, and we really connected. And he just filled my spirit with so much joy and so much love, reminding me that that I'm beautiful, that we're all beautiful, and that to keep following our hearts and to keep moving forward, especially through asking our angels, asking Gabriel, asking Uriel, asking Jophiel, for the support that we need through the difficult times. Maybe this next week that we're getting ready to step into, call upon Gabriel, call upon Uriel through that friendship, because like I said, man, she will come through and she will bring your ancestors with her, and they will help you through those hard times. And paying attention and focusing on the environment that you find yourself in. Tap into those elements that are in that room, or if you're outside in that environment, tap into the trees that are around you, the soil. If you need to ground yourself in that instant, in that moment, like I said, picture your roots from your base chakra going into that soil and connecting to those trees that are around you. Tap into those sources, not into the people with the unbalanced energies that are around you at that time. Find those sources where that balanced energy is that you can tap into, and to keep yourself balanced in those times of chaos, in those times of those people that carry that negative energy. And then again for Jophiel, for liberation, for soaring, that letting your spirit fly, letting it soar up above you with a bird's eye view, looking down as your compass to guide you through this next week. So thank you, Jophiel. Thank you, Uriel. Thank you, Gabriel. And one more. I just want to do, actually, I'm sorry. I wanted to, let me see. I think Gabriel's really talking to me. Thank you, Jophiel. Thank you, Uriel. I'd like to read out of the book for Gabriel. And again, this picture reminds me of, oh my God, brain, what's his name? Oh, please. The Sistine Chapel is not coming to me. Oh my God. Michael, I'll put it down on my video thing. It'll come to me. But this picture reminds me of the artist. I'm just having a brain fart right now. I'm sure you know the artist. He did the Sistine Chapel. But he too drew, this is a famous picture. So again, it reminds me of the artist's way. The creation process. So anything you've been inspired to do, a project, even if it's as simple as cleaning your house or organizing your closet, that is a form of creation as well, and bringing things into balance. So, oh my God, my brain. Anyways, I'd like to give thanks to the artist as well. He's here with us that did this Sistine Chapel. I am really embarrassed right now. It is not coming to me. You know who I'm talking about. Okay, let's see. Gabriel. Oh, Joe Field just popped up. Where are you, Gabriel? Raphael. Oh, Raphael's another one. Archangel Raphael is great for he's the color green, which is healing and the heart chakra. If you feel any physical pain or any sensations in your body in areas through blocked emotions, call upon Archangel Raphael and ask him for healing. He is amazing. He instantly comes in. It's almost like there's no waiting period. It's like just popping an aspirin and it just, boom, and it just kicks in. So Archangel Raphael is really great for that healing energy vibration. If you're attached to any emotions from the last week, and you're kind of having a rough time shaking that and moving forward to be into the present moment, releasing all those past energies from last week, call upon Archangel Raphael. He's amazing. He has this just really strong, incredible healing energy. So, okay, Gabriel, my brother, Gabriel, Uriel. Gabriel, where are you? La la la. I will find him, I promise you. My brain, there's Gabriel. My brain is still trying to remember that amazing artist. Michelangelo. Woo! Thank you, Gabriel. Okay, here we go. Balance. Gabriel wants you to know you have been too busy and wishes you to become more earthed, to take stock of past actions that have resulted in your life process becoming out of equilibrium. There's that beautiful word again. I had that in my, I think it was my 3-part video. Equilibrium came up then also through our angel guides. And Gabriel is reminding of that equilibrium, that balance. Whenever our yin-yang dualistic force moves out of balance, and that's our masculine and feminine energies within ourself. We talked about that as well. When they become out of balance, our energy drops. Gabriel asks you to create harmony by yielding to meditation and stillness, so that the divine messengers may remove your burdens. Amen for that. Gaze at the wonderfully integrated intelligence. Oh, oops, it wasn't Michelangelo. Leonardo da Vinci. There we go. Gabriel just smacked me in the head with that one. He's like, no, it's not Michelangelo. It's Leonardo da Vinci. Dumbass. Leonardo da Vinci's art. There we go. And he just patted me on the back for recognizing the artist's picture on the front of the card. And you will feel an altogether different state emerging. Then use the chanting words of Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Chant it 3 times and it will rebalance your process. As this mantra opens compassionate yielding in our hearts. I love that. So it's Om Mane Padme Hum. So maybe during the week, if you, this next coming week, for those of you who find yourself on the weekend and you find this video, the next coming week, maybe use this mantra. And when you find yourself in that moment, or you get a moment of silence, even if it's going to the bathroom, or take a smoke break, or just walk outside for some fresh air, and maybe try this mantra and say it 3 times, and then re-enter and go back into the environment that you just stepped away from. Just kind of do a quick rebalancing, recentering, recharge yourself, pull your pants back up and get yourself settled, turn around and go back and face it again. So, okay, that's it. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in. If you remember, please hit the like button below. If you're inspired and resonate with any of these videos or with this particular video, please hit the subscribe button and enjoy your weekend and recharge yourself for this week to come. And I will have another reading next week, so please tune in. I love you guys. Life, love, prosperity. Put your capes on, get out there, and bring healing to this wonderful place we call life. I'll see you soon.